Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Ahmet Kaan here. In this video, I'm going to talk about 8 side hustles that you can do as a teenager to make money from anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter which country you are in, these things are going to work for you. If you do not like one particular side hustle that I am talking about, just skip to this next one because I know for a fact that there are going to be at least 2 or 3 side hustles that you like, that you want to do, that are essentially in your skill set. So let's dive into the first one. The first side hustle that I will be talking about in this video is basically tutoring. If you are a good student, this is going to be one of the easiest and best essentially ways to make some money. So what you're gonna do is basically you are going to be tutoring younger students probably in your school. This can be one-on-one or one or many, and this is one of the easiest ways to make money as a teenager. The advantage of this is basically you do not need anything to start. You don't need money to start, you don't need any equipment to start, you basically need some social skills. And the disadvantage of this is basically you are going to be trading your time with money, and that means you are not going to be able to scale this to a very high level. But probably you do not have to scale this to a very high level. What do I mean by trading time with money is basically you are giving people time and you are getting money in exchange. You are tutoring students and you are making money from it. And what you need to essentially do this is just probably some time and some knowledge on different lessons. And the good thing is if you can bring results to your students, then a lot of people are going to know that you are tutoring and you are getting results, so you are going to have more customers. So let's put this side hustle tutoring to our difficulty, time consumption, and potential earnings scale. I think the difficulty is going to be 2 out of 5 because you do not need anything to start, but you need to be probably a good student, and the time consumption is going to be a little actually more because of the fact that you are trading time with money. And potential earnings is, I think it's a 3 out of 5 because you're again trading time with money. You're probably not going to be able to make a lot of money, and you're probably going to be able to make like a couple of $100 or Turkish liras or whatever currency in your country is, which is, I think, doable. And to be honest, before I started my channel, I also did this for a very long time and I made some good money doing it. So the next side hustle that I'm going to be talking about, which is, yes, the second side hustle, is basically freelancing. And freelancing is something that you can do if you have a hard skill, which can be like coding, web design, graphic design, or video editing. If you have one of these skills, then you can easily do freelancing because other people need these skills, and that's how you are essentially gonna make money. You can get started with, for example, working for a company that is near your house, and then go on Fiverr, which is a site that is really popular nowadays, and you can make money while working on Fiverr, different on projects, on people, for example, are looking for different video editors for their YouTube videos or something else. You can do this to make money. And the good thing is, normally when you think about it, if there's someone who is 30 years old and if there's someone who is 17, other people will be more drawn to essentially give more money to the 30-year-old because they think that that 30-year-old is more experienced than the 17-year-old. But on Fiverr, you don't have that problem because you're just gonna be judged by your skill. So if your web design is really good, then you can make a lot of good money. So the advantage that we have here is basically you are not gonna be paid with your age, you're gonna be paid by how good your skill is. But when it comes to disadvantage, not a disadvantage, but it's probably gonna take some time. If you are doing video editing or graphic design, it's definitely gonna take some time, and you have to be really good at your skill. And what you need is basically a computer, whatever it is that you need to essentially do that skill, internet connection, and that's basically it. These are all the things that you need, of course, with a little bit of time. In my personal opinion, the difficulty is a 3 out of 5. It is really easy to go on Fiverr and find something that you can do. When it comes to time consumption, if you're going to be doing video editing, it's probably going to be like 4 out of 5 because video editing takes some time. If you're going to do some coding, that's probably going to take some time as well. When it comes to potential earnings, in my personal opinion, you can make good money doing this. So it's probably going to be like 3 out of 5 to 4 out of 5, which is not a bad number when you think about other side hustles that we're going to be talking about in this video. The third side hustle that we're going to be talking about is basically starting a YouTube channel, which is what I'm doing exactly right at this second. And to be honest, if you can grow a big audience on YouTube, like if you have 100,000 subscribers, then you can make a lot of money on YouTube. But in the beginning, you're probably not gonna make a lot of money. There are different ways that you can monetize your YouTube channel. For example, you can put ads, which is called AdSense. You can do sponsorships, brand deals, affiliate marketing, which these things are not things that I do currently right now, but those are different ways that YouTubers essentially make a lot of money. The good thing is you don't even have to be 18 to get started. You can just start start and then monetize your channel along the way. And there are two different requirements that you have to hit in order for you to be monetized on YouTube, which are 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. And those took me around 7 to 8 months to essentially get to. So in the beginning, you're definitely not gonna make any money, just like starting a podcast, which we're gonna be talking about in a few minutes. But if you can get your audience to a good level, then you can definitely make a lot of money. So the advantages are here. You can make a lot of money if you can grow an audience, and I think it's actually pretty enjoyable to make YouTube videos. This can be different for everyone, but when it comes to disadvantages, it takes a lot of time building a YouTube channel, just not like, for example, other stuff that we talked about like tutoring. It's just trading time with money. But when it comes to YouTube, you have to make videos, you have to edit videos, you have to upload them, come up with titles, thumbnails. There are so many things that you have to think about. That is why YouTube might not be the best thing for a lot of people, but if you enjoy making videos, then it's a pretty good side hustle. And what you need to get started is basically you need time, of course, you need some skills, which are like video editing or recording videos. You don't need a fancy camera to get started, you just need your phone. I'm recording right now with a camera, but I bought that camera through the money I made on YouTube. And let's put the side hustle to our scale, which is difficulty. I think difficulty is actually pretty high. It's probably a 4 out of 5. And when it comes to time consumption, it's definitely a 4.5 or a 5 out of 5 because you have to make a lot of videos and stuff. But when it comes to potential earnings, which my lighting just dropped. Potential earnings, it's probably gonna be a 1 out of 5 in the beginning, but in the end, it can easily be, if you grow an audience, 5 out of 5 or more than that if it's possible. The fourth side hustle that we are gonna be talking about is basically dropshipping. And when you heard the word entrepreneurship, dropshipping is probably the side hustle that comes to your mind. And dropshipping is basically this. You buy some stuff on eBay or on Amazon or wherever you can find them on an basically low price, and then you sell that to a profit. This is really easy. You can do this on clothes, you can do this on electronics, you can do this on phones. There are people who essentially flip iPhones and stuff, and you can do this on cups, you can do this on anything you can think of that you can buy at a low price and essentially sell with a profit. Now you might be thinking, well, I don't know how to do this. There are a lot of videos on YouTube, you can find them. Just like type in how to do dropshipping. This is a skill that you can get really good at, and if you can get good at this, you can make some good money doing it, and you don't need any permission to do this. You can just do this as a normal person, and I actually have a lot of friends who are doing this, and I feel like this is just a pretty good way to make money. And the advantage of dropshipping is basically this is not gonna take so much time like starting a YouTube channel. This just takes, let's say, 2 hours a day, and you can make really good money in 2 hours if you know how to do it. And once you learn the system, then the system is actually pretty easy as well. Once you get to know the system, then everything is gonna be sail and smooth. You are gonna make some sales every single day, a couple of sales with, let's say, $10 of profit each one, and yeah, that's how you essentially make money. And when it comes to disadvantages, until you learn how to do the skill, you're probably not gonna make a lot of money. But when you get to that point, making money is not gonna be a huge problem. And what you need to do this is basically probably 1-2 hours a day time, and you need, of course, internet, computer, and that kind of stuff that you already know. And you might also need like $100 to get started as well, because you're gonna buy your first products and sell them, and in order for you to buy those products, you need some time. And let's put this essentially to our scale, which is, in my personal opinion, difficulty is 3 out of 5, which is not high, not low. Once you get to know the skill, it's not going to be a big problem. And when it comes to time consumption, I feel like this is also a 3 out of 5. It doesn't take time like building a YouTube channel, but it also takes some time because you have to buy the products, you have to sell the products, you have to go to the post office and ship them as well. And when it comes to potential earnings, if you don't know how to do it, then potential earnings are going to be 1.5 out of 5, but once you get to know it, like in a few months, you can make easily 3 to 4 out of 5 money, which is, I think, pretty good. The fifth side hustle that I want to talk about in this video is basically starting a podcast. So first of all, starting a podcast is really easy. You do not need literally any equipment to get started. What you need is your phone and probably a cheap microphone that you can use. And the good thing is, you don't have to show your face, so you don't have to get into the mode of, for example, recording videos. The production can be really simple. But the truth with podcasts are you're probably not going to be making a lot of money in the beginning. You're probably not going to make any any money in the first 6 months because you're probably not gonna have a big audience in the next 6 months. But the thing is, with podcasts, if you have a huge audience, you can make a lot of money on your podcast, just like having a big YouTube channel. That's why the sole purpose of your podcast is to grow an audience, and you can monetize that audience through sponsorships, affiliate marketing, brand deals, and a lot of different ways. The advantage of starting a podcast is the fact that you can easily get started today. You don't need any other different skills like video editing or stuff, because you just record yourself and put it out on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever you want to put it. And the disadvantages are probably going to be in the first couple of months you are not going to make money because your podcast is not going to be big until you grow an audience. And what you need to get started is basically a little bit of time, a little bit of probably speaking skills, socializing skills, because you are going to be talking into a microphone and you're going to upload that, and probably you should be a little good at growing an audience and getting people to like you, because that's how you are going to make money with podcasts. So let's put this side hustle into our scale, which is going to be, in my personal opinion, the difficulty is 2 out of 5, because it's really easy to do. You can get started 10 minutes after you watch this video. It's really easy. And when it comes to time consumption, I feel like it's a 3 out of 5, because you will have to record the podcasts and probably edit them a little bit so that you can cut out your ums and different like mistakes you make. Comes to potential earnings, in the beginning it's going to be basically 0 out of 5. You're not going to make any money, but after you grow an audience, the potential earnings can be literally like 4 out of 5 to 5 out of 5. So it's a pretty good side hustle to get started with. The sixth side hustle that we're going to be talking about in this video is basically building an online product, which is like a digital product that you can build. This can be ebooks, online courses, courses on Skillshare, or different apps that you can build, or even different like logos and stuff. This is actually a category that you can essentially work on, because there are so many stuff that you can do. And the good thing with this is you just have to do it one time, and after you, for example, build that course or write that ebook, you can easily sell this more than once, so you are not trading time with money, which actually is a huge indicator that this is actually really scalable. But the thing is, you have to find the demand here, and you have to solve that demand with your solution, and that is actually a pretty big deal when it comes to business. If you don't know anything about business is basically the only way probably is to find a demand and essentially fill that demand so that you can make money while solving people's problems. If you are good at communication, then just write an ebook on Amazon. You can do this really easy and sell it on Amazon. They have a service that helps you do that. And if you're really good at fitness, you can write workout programs and sell them for $27. That's what people generally do. You can start a Skillshare course, and you can make an app or build a game or something. Then you can make money when people download that. There are different ways for you to do that. And the advantage that you have here is basically you don't have to do this every single time. You just have to build this app, or you build your course once, and then people are gonna buy this from you more than once. That's exactly why you don't have to trade it time with money right here. And the disadvantage is basically you need skills. If you are gonna develop an app, that you need coding. If you are gonna start a course on fitness, then you should be good at fitness, because if you're gonna start a course in fitness and if you're not good at it, then why would people buy from you? If you're writing an ebook about communication, then your communication skills must be good. So that's the thing. And what you need is you need some skills to do that. At the same time, you should be able to basically market your course or your digital product in a way where people are gonna buy from you, which is also a big skill you need. So let's put this side hustle to our essentially scale, which is, in my personal opinion, a difficulty is going to be 3 out of 5. It's somehow difficult, I would say, and the time consumption is going to be again 2 to 3 out of 5, because you just have to do this once and then you can sell this to a lot of people. And the potential earnings, in my opinion, are it actually is pretty different. If you know how to market your thing, then you can make 5 out of 5 money. But if you have no idea how to market it, then it's gonna be like 1 out of 5. But you can learn how to market through watching YouTube videos and stuff. So that's my take on building digital products. And with that being said, let's move into the 7th side hustle that we are gonna be talking about, that we can do as teenagers from anywhere in the world, which is investing in crypto. And I was really skeptical in putting this into this video, because investing in crypto can be it's pretty risky, but you can get some good returns on your investments as well. But the thing is, in order for you to essentially do this, you should already have some money in your name so that you can get started, because you can't invest with $0. That's why make your money money while dropshipping, while tutoring, while with freelancing, and after you make some money, you can invest that into stocks, which we're going to be talking about in a second, and also in crypto. And the advantage of this is investing does not take any time. You can easily do this like in a couple of minutes. You can invest your money in Bitcoin, and how you are going to invest is basically find like these crypto investment apps on your country. In Turkey, we have what was that? Binance Turkey, we have this. But you also should do some, of course, research before you invest in, for example, different altcoins, because that can get a little risky and you should know what you are investing in. And when it comes to disadvantages, of course, the fact that it's actually pretty risky is the biggest disadvantage here, because if you put all your money into cryptocurrency, you might lose a good portion of it. That's why I'm not recommending for you to do this with all your money. And the only thing you need here is money, because you don't need even time to do this. Just if you have some money, you can do this. My personal opinion, the difficulty here is not really difficult. You can easily do this with like 1 out of 5 difficulty, but at the same time, you should be researching with your stuff as well. When it comes to time consumption, it's again 1, maybe 2 out of 5 if you have to research. It just takes a few minutes. And when it comes to potential earnings, well, you can even lose money. Maybe you will lose money. That's why the potential earnings might be -3 out of 5. But it can even be 5 out of 5 if your strategy is pretty good and if you are listening to the right people about this. So it all depends on your strategy and a little bit of luck. The next side hustle that we are going to be talking about is basically investing in stocks and shares. So this is a side hustle that you can do if you already have the money, because you cannot invest in with $0. You first have to make the money through, for example, dropshipping or tutoring or like freelancing or any other side hustle that we talked about in this video, and then invest your money into cryptocurrency or stocks and shares. So what you have to do is you have to go onto Google and, for example, type in stockbroker platforms in your country, and you can easily find different platforms, even different apps you can use to invest in. For US, there is Webull, and for UK, there is Free Trade. And when it comes to the advantages of investing in this, in the stocks and shares, is basically it just does not take any time for you to do that. And if you are investing in something like index funds or S&P 500, which is the biggest companies in US, the biggest 500 companies in US, then that means you don't have to know a lot of stuff when it comes to this as well. You just make the money through tutoring or dropshipping and then invest your money into the stock market, so your actually money does not get affected through inflation, and you essentially also make some money through doing this as well. The disadvantage is you are not going to be making a lot of money. And what do I mean by that is, as I said before, there is going to be a 7 to let's say 10% growth every single year. If you are going to invest in $100 per year, you're gonna make like $10, which is gonna feel like, oh, this is not really much, but if you keep investing for the next 40-50 years, at the end of this, you're gonna have some serious money. And what you need is basically just money. You don't even have to have a lot of knowledge to get started. So when it comes to, if we put this onto our scale, it's gonna be like difficulty 1.5 out of 5, not difficult like at all. When it comes to time consumption, again, 1 out of 5. Because like it doesn't take any time. You just go into your app and invest your money into, for example, S&P 500 or a company that you like. They can be like Apple, Tesla, or whatever that is, and then you're done. When it comes to the potential earnings, it's gonna be like 2 out of 5 for you to make money as a teenager from anywhere in the world. And thanks so much for watching this video. If you are someone who is not really able to focus on a lot of stuff, if you're not really focused during studying or working, watch this video next.